Welcome back to the Alternative Highs podcast, the number one podcast in Southwestern Ontario. That is a fact. There is a quick PSA. 85% of you are watching, not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. It's free.
Where is it?
It's yeah, if you just tap right there. What
it.
they said. So today's episode is going to be a fun episode. We've been chatting for a little bit already. Poor Andy's BH came into it already. Today I'm joined with Shannon and Sarah, both big hitters in the community. I want to talk about the Can Jam. I want to talk about movie sets.
Coincidence.
Yeah. Thank God, because I was like, I wonder what the name of that's called.
Jam.
The Can Jam thing is so cool. I'm like, that was like the moment that popped up on, I got really excited because it obviously pissed a lot of people off. And I really enjoyed that part of the boomer section. So
It was a confusing time. Last year, people did not understand. Yeah, I know.
how did it come?
This year was a lot.
It was much different than the first year.
Yeah, we are jumping ahead.
How did it start? Where did it start? Because I remember asking first, and I was like, you know what? That's podcast questions.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Let's start with.
Do we really know how it happened? Because it still feels like it hasn't happened, and we've done it for 2 years in a row. So I feel like it came about very naturally.
Just an idea. It was just Sarah coming back from an event being like, I want to do this.
Yeah,
I want to do this in my town.
Right, because we deserve nice things.
So I was like, okay, cool. And then how many months later?
Funnily enough, Shannon and I have kind of like known each other for like 20 years,
like
but we only
years,
started orbiting in the same system.
We're both from Windsor. Windsorites. Yeah, we went to two different high schools.
Yeah. Good luck getting one straight answer. You're gonna have to be like the mediator, where you're gonna be like, "Hey, you've gone off on the question. The question was."
Doesn't even matter. Just carry this conversation. I'll just let you go.
You will.
And it's Free for All Walls Festival was a festival I did in Windsor in 2023. Thank you. And then I met a whole bunch of really fantastic street artists and public artists and graffiti artists who are from all over. There were 65 of us painting over the course of a week in Windsor. That was wild. I had done painting and art my whole life, but I'd never actually done anything with spray, so I did my very first spray piece. Then, during that festival, I made friends with quite some really awesome people that I didn't really want to let go of. And then I said, if we were to do something smaller in my town, would you guys come? And that would have been in October of 23, and then we had our first Can Jam in July of 23.
So it was probably April when you sent me a message.
You guys set that all up in 1 year? You were able to put that together?
So it was about April when Sarah had applied for some grants and had received one forgetting that they'd even applied. It was like, ooh.
OLG, the city. So this is going to be a great opportunity for us to clear up a lot of like misconceptions as to like how...
Where did the money come from?
So
this is April where we're like, okay, we're going to have to do this. Do you want to be on the board? Okay, so it ended up the board was us. We
are the board.
We're all of it.
I like
thankfully, because Shannon's
so that was April, and then
May, June, July.
May, June, we started having meetings, and then it was Can Jam was in July, so it was months. It wasn't.
How many people did you have for the first year?
We were supposed to have 11, and then Sarah made a big boo boo. There's a lot of missteps we made, which we can talk about.
Oh, right.
But Sarah made a big boo-boo.
Just some first-time errors.
I was going to say, the first year, I thought it was pretty goddamn successful.
Okay, so
as the person watching.
For you watching.
Yeah.
A cool duck with like 9,000 crazy feet swimming below the surface. We were like a very cool duck, but we were not cool. There were like 3 days before the event.
There was sharks and there were things happening
I wasn't supposed
below
to
the
paint.
Surface.
No,
Sarah was supposed to be with me, kind of like on the ground.
Like...
Presenting this huge thing that we just ripped into Chatham randomly. And now Sarah's like 65 feet in the air and I'm alone on the ground. And it was honestly amazing. Like, there's no regrets. It's awesome that Sarah got to paint like the most iconic piece, I think, that came out of Canada so far.
Assist.
Assist.
Megan, in my baby Megan,
Megan
who was
Kehoe
supposed to paint
is
a wall
incredible.
this big 3 days prior to the
Days.
event.
So somebody else was supposed to be doing the Capitol Theater. 2 other artists was supposed to do this giant piece.
But
and then,
because we give them free reign, that's how we get them to come paint. So again, your tax dollars did not pay for these artists. These artists came as friends of mine, and then ours to come gift this to the community. I gave them no money.
last year,
I
they
gave
did not
them
get
nothing.
paid, unfortunately. But the lure
Minus hugs
to
and
the
kisses.
artist was they don't often get free reign of a giant building like that. They're
Mhm.
usually paid to do a specific thing for
Commissioned,
the specific,
yeah.
They're commissioned, exactly.
Very specific things.
And that is where the money is. Like, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But just the chance to be able to do what they love and just show whatever they want
But I did
and
not
just have fun
confirm.
is actually pretty rare.
I didn't confirm with the people that were supposed to be painting the Capitol Theater, and so 3 days before the Capitol Theater, I just kind of had an inkling that I should just check and see what they were doing. While it was beautiful, it wasn't really like 65-foot biggest theater, biggest mural in town, couldn't do it. It was beautiful.
It
but
was
couldn't do it.
beautiful in a different space, in a smaller space, in a
Yeah.
different spot.
So we ended up having to I did some hustling at the last minute, message Megan, who was supposed to do the
my gosh.
tiny little wall. I said,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to instead do the biggest wall in town?
So when you switch like that, how does it?
It's the theme of the event. We just kind of fly by the
We
seat
just
of our
roll
pants.
with it, and we don't freak out. We just okay.
I was
Now
gonna
what?
say you have to be
Okay.
very good
I had
under
one day where I
pressure.
didn't get out of bed until 10 or 11 because I was like,
But you were allowed to. That was something we sent out a questionnaire for artists this year, asking what we could do differently to maybe improve
Are
the
you doing?
festival.
Is this gonna be every year?
yeah.
Oh,
I think we've
absolutely,
committed,
yeah.
and unless something
We're pretty
significant
committed, I
happens,
think,
we're
for the
good, yeah.
next few years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But most of the artists just said that we need to help. And
We need
to
more
just-
help. We need to do less.
calm down
Yeah.
and just do less, which is not natural, I don't think, to either.
I was
one
gonna
of
say it'd be
us.
really hard,
That wouldn't be
especially when
fun
you're
for us.
organizing in your first couple
We're
of years.
not relaxed.
Does this
people.
you went to a festival, you went somewhere and you did something similar?
Mhm.
Does this happen all over the place?
There's neuro festivals all over the place, and I'm still really new to this industry, so I really don't know how they work. I've been kind of learning as I go, trying to talk to people who've done these big events all over the country and then
Mhm.
all over the world. A couple Blaze, one of the guys that did the big car piece, he's done pieces internationally.
Yeah.
So he said that we were one of the top festivals and that we were punching above our weight level already. So
That's
it's
wild.
just, people are doing things, but I think the one that I did in Windsor, as much fun as I had, I felt like there was definitely a specific group that I connected with that maybe weren't well attended to. And so I really, really, really wanted to make sure that we were all well attended to. And so the first year
Yeah,
we came,
yeah.
we allowed them to, they stayed at the Retro Suites. We paid for everything. We
Oh,
paid for their stay. We paid for their food. We paid for
Year
their
one,
paint.
it was hard to
Oh.
get
We-
discounts or anything. Everything was full price. People didn't know what
Well,
we
yeah,
were
no.
doing.
That in the
I
city
guess
had
that would
no
be
idea
hard,
what we
yeah.
were doing.
We were just proving something, and we did it. Obviously, we pulled it off, but it was really hard to get people to
Did
really
you
get
find a lot
behind it
more
in
help the
first
second year then?
Oh, 100%.
People were banging our doors down
Yeah.
to get murals, but it was a
Really?
matter of
It was
they
a
didn't
whole
quite.
different ballgame.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
quite understand the way that we still don't understand the way the structure is, but we are slowly
We're
figuring
figuring
it
it
out.
out.
But
what works
people
for everybody.
are.
So when you say you've got the next few years, does that mean you've already got spots lined up? People
We
asking.
have dream
We're
lists.
always,
Yeah.
always dreaming. We have folders of walls, just walls, dream walls.
We have
We drive
artists
around, we
that
just
Do you
have
look
go
at
walls.
ask people, or how does that happen?
Both. We'll
Yeah.
go around. We have walls that we like. Obviously, when people see what the breadth
We
of the work that
poach
you can get,
things.
we can go ask them. We can also. We'll walk in and say we want this wall, but people will always be like, "Can I have a wall inside my bar down?"
Yeah.
It's not really what we're
It
about.
needs to
but
be something that services the whole community, something that's accessible to everybody.
So
for
everybody
sure.
can view. Interesting.
Just something people can see on the way to
Mhm.
work every day. And
we like making it
Something
walking
different.
friendly so that it brings community down to downtown, which is the big thing that I think more people have realized
Mhm.
that this is something that's activating spaces that would otherwise not be activated.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like when I was not expecting it to be. I had no idea how you were before it happened. When I met you, I was like, was a super exciting moment because Shannon is one of my favorites, and the way she spoke of you, I was.
Oh, we're just talking about me personally now.
But it was like you did such a cool job. Like it was like something Chatham really desperately needed was some color, some.
Well, we both
We're
come
very
from Windsor,
stuck.
and we're both see the way that Windsor's progressed since we've left. The way that it's, especially with the guy that throws the festival in Windsor. His name's Dan Denial,
Yeah.
and like the way he just does it. He doesn't ask
Kinda
for any
just,
help.
yeah.
Doesn't ask for permission. He just does it with an unbelievable amount of passion and talent. And
Yeah.
so I figured if he can do it, we can do it. We see Windsor developing at such a speed where it's like, oh, look at how you can go down to Plisher and just wander and see a whole bunch of pieces. Why don't we have that? It's so easy to find a wall and put a picture up, you know?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
And then people, because they didn't really know what to expect the first year at all.
No.
They were like,
no,
what do you mean you want
not
to
at
paint
all.
my wall for free? I don't understand.
There was
No.
questions
Where's
and
the local
concerns
artist?
that-
Who's paying?
Oh, the local artist thing was super fun. That was really, there was,
Yeah.
again, it's so many people, social media is really helpful, but then also at the same token, people get so much so much misinformation that like, when you do stuff like this, a podcast,
Yes.
where you get to talk to the people who run it and who are on the ground level, like, if it weren't for my in-laws, like, we wouldn't have had year 2. They dug us out of a hole because it was just because we fly by the seat of our pants. And my husband is such just a blind support most of the time that he's just like, okay, how can we make it happen? And then the dust settles and it's like, shit, we made it happen. And now we're like 10 grand in the hole. And so it's, if it wasn't for people who really like, it was supported. Year 1 was supported very much by like our family and friends. Not the municipality helped us in regards to like
100%,
Hydro
like,
One
and
grants
just support in
the
general.
mayor.
Yeah.
Like Kenneth has
Yeah.
been such a huge, like, just an advocate for our
He
project.
believes
He's
in
very
your dreams.
big believer in the culture and the arts.
Yeah.
And
He
Yeah.
wants
I think he's-
art to be his legacy, I think, and I think
Yeah.
we're all aboard with
Yeah.
that.
I
you
mean,
know?
Yeah, he's right.
public art is so beneficial to any community.
But you
so
can't tell them that until they see it.
It's something,
That's right.
yeah, that they.
It can
I've
be
noticed
done distastefully.
when you're
and
doing it
we've all
that it
seen-
was just a nasty, right off the hop.
And you
Not
said it right
understanding.
there. It's the word nasty. It's like, I'm all for communication. That's why I love things like this, where it's like I just get the opportunity to just talk, because people don't talk. Everybody thinks that conversation is a confrontation. It's like, no, we just want to have a conversation. And so there were very specific folks that maybe they wanted to be involved with the project. They did not
Just
go
didn't
about
go
it
about
the
it
right way.
There's a
Our-
right way and a wrong way to approach a person.
Cool.
And some people just have this air of like, I'm better than you. Why are you doing this? Why don't I know about it? Why am I not included?
And instead of making
But
a
it's like,
step
why
forward,
can't we all do things?
Can't we all just
Can't we
get
just all
along?
do things? I mean, why?
Come together.
Nobody's the boss of art. I'm sorry.
I am the boss of art.
Like you, that's not. Don't have.
But I think that's the big thing. Is
that.
what we try to do is we
It's
try
so
to
ignorant.
uplift people, and we
Exactly.
try to bring people in.
Yes.
Yeah.
We brought in this year 4 locals that may not otherwise have an opportunity to take part or meet these people that wouldn't necessarily do murals. And not only did they do a mural, but they like
They had so much
excelled,
fun. Yeah.
succeeded, and we
Yeah.
take more pride in watching people like be awesome, and we want to bring people together. That nasty vibe is not at all what we want.
No.
You may be talented, but if you suck as a person, I want nothing to do with
You're
you.
not coming back.
It's
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't make sense
No.
to work on a project that's this beautiful.
We
To
want
have
good
like
vibes
that
only.
negative
And
vibe
it's
in there,
the
just pulling
inception
everybody
vibes,
down.
Like, the week just feels like a fever dream. We were saying.
We were just
before.
saying that. We like that we just disappeared.
It just comes and it goes so quickly, but during that week, it's just we're on this whole other plane of existence with these other people, and it's incredible.
I can't even imagine that feeling. I enjoy bumping into you while it's going on. That's when I first got to meet you, actually.
This was year 1. Oh no, that was before. Yeah, was I wearing clothes or shoes? I was
No,
wearing
you weren't.
clothes.
Shoes are
Me and Mum were
not
heading
off
out
in
for
there.
coffee and just, can I hug you?
Well, because like again, social media is great for that reason. Because like we had been in contact because we all know like this circle of people that are
Mhm.
clearly awesome, and I mean, you see, I knew you were the internet guy the other day. Like, Duddy was like this awesome dude at Shoppers, and people were like, this guy with tattoos and a cane. And I was like, if that's not Duddy, I'll eat my shirt. But it's like, people know of people. And I would far rather be so comfortable walking up to somebody I don't know and be like, yo, I'm going to give you a hug, than like, oh shit, there's that guy. I don't know if I should.
I was coming over to meet you anyway, so it didn't matter how it happened. It was happening.
Mom, who was that person? Oh, you know, that was the first time I met him. Shoes. I'll just say that.
There'll be not one edit done
Excellent.
there.
I love it. Good.
So pivot a little bit from the sea. How did you come into? Well, because you both work together still on the other project with movies.
Lots of
That's
things.
how Can Jam happened.
So Can Jam happened.
Explain
We were
all
on
that.
the film set for Fresh Meat, a horror that was done in the Chatham jail. We were both in the art department. Once Sarah came back from Free for All Walls, it was just kind of daydreaming and wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool?
So how long
It's
were
cool.
you on that project for the movie?
That
When
was
did that start?
2 and a half months, 3 months? I don't know.
And that just got released.
It's getting its official like world premiere on the 20th.
Wild.
This month. So,
It'll
like,
be, I think, theatrical release next year. I think March, maybe 2026. Don't quote me on that.
Interesting.
dates.
Yeah.
So how did you get to how did you find yourself there? Because you worked on the
How back do we
Southwest.
wanna go?
Go back, because I don't know how you got there.
Who's what? We're both from Windsor.
So we're
Shannon
both from
moved
Windsor.
here.
One of my first jobs, I worked as a PA, a production assistant. I didn't get paid the wages. I was paid in Tim Hortons money.
That is wages.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, a couple bucks to get an ice cap and a Sammy, whatever. And I was just doing pre-production stuff for something that I don't even know if it got made. So I was like 16, 17 at that point. And I've
So
always
you've
been
been doing this for a
interested
while.
in film. I wanted to be in radio. Things didn't go so great. I went into marketing, and then I ended up moving to. And now,
Don't make it sound like a bad thing, because look where we are
no,
now.
it was just a lot of stuff in between then and now that like wasn't what I wanted to be doing. Life-wise, yes, awesome. I have a family, but like career and like aspirations, this is what I meant to be doing, and I am so glad that I get to do it again, and with somebody that can help actually make things real, make these projects happen. So basically, I worked at a place called Shoppers Drug Mart, and then my friend Ben Sorokis Productions helped me quit my day job basically to chase my daydream.
Go Ben.
I love that.
So I was supposed to assist him while he worked on the movie, which I was never supposed to be working on Fresh Meat. I was supposed to be working just for Ben, but then we had a meeting, and then I ended up getting hired on the film in the art department with Sarah. So one of our first times working together, we hauled a woolly mammoth piece by piece up
A
skeleton up a flight of stairs in the jail, and
Shut the front door.
it was a day. Remember that shit?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I have pictures on my phone. I have bruises. Like it was.
What do you mean?
Okay, so they were
has a
using
whole bunch
the
of shit in
jail
it, is
as a
what
storage
happens.
for like the most random shit you can ever even.
And
ever
that was in
think of.
storage?
Yeah, it's
No,
a
the
huge
storage
fiber-
is a jail
the
cell.
jail is
Like,
the storage. So there's like
there's-
a rib cage in cell 1.
Yeah,
seat
There's
in
like
cell
pieces
2.
of a woolly mammoth in pieces. So we spent the day hauling these huge ass bones up.
If you didn't know, that is on the art department's task list.
This is the thing that we did. I don't know why. That was the theme of a lot of our lives.
What's the thing with indie films is you end up doing like 9
No,
million
for
other
real.
things.
But
than
I'm
you were
so
hired
willing
for.
to do any random thing that
I
I'm
guess
like,
so.
this is a day.
Yeah.
We're hauling dinosaur bones
Yeah.
up the
'Cause how
jail.
many times a day can you say that?
It was hilarious. It was horrible. It was
I was going to
heavy
say,
as
why
hell.
don't they have it
was
set up
sweaty.
somewhere? It'd be kind of cool to be seen set up, no?
I wanted to buy it, but apparently it was.
Are we talking real?
No,
I don't think
it was
so.
fiberglass.
It was-
okay.
But it was
even
actual
still fiber.
size. It was
Yeah.
huge.
It was like a
The rib
real,
cages
like
would have
a.
filled up like this entire room. Right?
Seriously.
Yeah,
And
that's
there was
wild.
how many ribs in a cage? I mean, that was a fucking day.
That's hilarious.
We were
So
we were friendly trauma bonded from that project. And so I was like, you're mine forever. We share brains really well.
we actually do, though. Yeah, we
So
complete
you guys
each other's-
vibe off each other very well.
We're both very control freaky.
Okay.
But we both want the same things, so
Yeah.
like we control freaky in
Together.
the same direction.
That was
That's-
the problem with first year. There was too many control freakies.
There was
in
too
our-
many cooks in the kitchen that
Okay.
had
That's the
ideas
one.
like our
The
project
soup was
is.
off.
There was too much shit in the soup, man.
Yeah.
Too many fingers and like things that weren't happening in the soup.
So what's
So-
the next
So it's
project?
a very exciting project. So it does excite people, and people have ideas for you. And sometimes it's confusing, and you're like, I guess that would be cool, and okay, I guess.
Forgetting that you can do all the things that those people
So
can
you
do
just
that they
kind of
charge you
trust
for.
people, and then you pay people to sort of guide you in ways, and then you don't really know till it's over that maybe we could have done that ourselves.
It's a learning
Not like
process.
a better job, but it just feels better when we're in.
We had double the artists
Control.
this year, and we saved money somehow. Same budget, double the artists, save money. Sounds
Is
like
that
we did
But
losing
we
all
did
the-
get people were a lot more supportive this year, where we did receive discounts and such
Or
that
just
we didn't
supportive,
receive
Yeah.
the previous year.
I wonder what
It
it'll
made a
look like
difference.
over the next couple of years then.
Well, look at
We're
what
so
the people
excited.
downtown are doing, right? Like JP Contracting and everybody involved with that whole team has been fantastic. Like they clearly have a vision for downtown.
Will you get on that? Is there any room over on the 100 King for you to work on?
Oh, they have like, well, we're
In the
supposed to have somebody
future.
at 100 King, but again,
Yeah.
we had
We
somebody
had
coming from San Diego. And he was
Yeah.
supposed to paint something on 100 King, and he couldn't. He
He
was
couldn't
finishing up
do it.
another job because again, if you're getting paid jobs, and you're coming to travel hours and
I was
hours
just
and
gonna
hours,
say-
and you're on your own dime, right? We gave them honorariums this year, but
It was able to
You know,
cover a lot
flight,
of their
maybe.
expenses.
Yeah.
Some of them were able to get grants, or what was it that
Oh,
James
James,
got?
yeah,
Do they find their own grants or you?
Well, James was informed
Like-
his own grant. He was what was it, the
So that was
Newfoundland
in,
something
I don't
something,
know if it was Newfoundland,
Nova Scotia?
Halifax. It was like an east type of thing.
and they paid for his travel.
And
so
so he
Interest.
just
Mhm.
That's really
and
cool.
outlining what it is, and then yeah, he was able to have his
So
travel
when you
expenses
meet,
covered.
say, San Diego guy, how the heck do you get? Like, is that
Honestly,
from
I
your Windsor thing?
and say, "What's up?" That's exactly
We
how
we
met them.
poach
Yeah.
artists online and just like, hey, do you want to do this?
Oh,
And
this
they'll
year
just
for sure.
fly in and
Well,
like,
the
I
first
guess
year,
it's
because there were 65 of them, was first of all, I'm a female identifying human that is in a very male dominated industry. This
Yeah.
the spray industry, graffiti, street art, family, very male dominated.
Really?
So first of all, I was one of 3 girls in the 65 group, and so we had a
That
couple
is-
like after parties where you'd meet people. And I was just lucky enough to have really made friends with a couple heavy hitters. That some guy that we fell 3,000 feet. He's been doing
He's
street
incredible.
art for longer than I've been alive. He's in like the history of American graffiti. So I just happened to
He's out
I
of
feel
Detroit.
like you build things ergonomically is not the right word, but I'm gonna say it. You build things naturally.
Organic.
Organically, thank you.
Organic.
Brain share. Thank you. You build it very organically.
Yeah.
And I met these people, and these people just became family. To the
It's
point
like a
where we're sad
community.
when they can't come, and you just keep
Yeah.
building this family. And then this
We've got
year,
group chats and
right?
Yeah.
We got this year where we've now made a name for ourselves, and so
Yeah.
now we're reaching out to people who I don't know. We don't know personally. They don't know
but
us.
they
and we're
see
just
like our catalog of
like, oh,
work,
well, you
like-
have these people.
Yes.
Okay, cool, sure.
kind of adds a
how many,
legitimacy.
how many pieces in total are done now?
20.
I think, yeah.
I think we did 8.
Can
great.
Jam specific?
20.
Yeah.
I think
Wow,
we did
that's
8 last
impressive.
year and 8, whatever 8, and the remaining of 8.
12? So do you have like a certain number you gonna try and go for the third year?
No.
No, it just, depending on the walls and the placements, we just kind of work kind of from that point.
We have
backwards.
idea. We've called it CK Can Jam because being from Windsor, Essex is like it's Windsor, Essex County. Like, we all support each other. It is not like that here.
No,
And
it's
so
not.
I didn't realize that until first year, where we're starting to ask people of all different communities, because I know a few amount of people, big heavy hitters in the industry, the big heavy hitters in business, and they were very much like, let Chatham support Chatham, let let Dresden support Dresden, let Wallsburg support Wallsburg. And
Yeah.
I didn't get that. And so
It just doesn't make sense.
it doesn't
for
make
any
sense,
of
but I
us.
hope that next year we will be able to have, because we've had people complaining mostly, but like, why does Chatham get everything? And it's like, well, it's only because Chatham has been the one that has the most walls. We wanted to make it
Yeah.
exciting for the artists, because the artists come down and have like a hangout with industry folks. How often do you get to like talk shop with other street artists? Like, you don't.
And I mean, the retro suites, it doesn't get much better than that as far as hosting.
Oh,
These
seeing
people,
these people
I
from out of
mean,
town come in and they're like, we're coming
they're
to like
just
bum crap
blown
Idaho.
away
Yeah.
by
We're like, wait, what?
It is
retro
pretty
suites.
wild
It
in
is
there.
We treat them well. We
Yeah.
treat them really,
But like
really
it's
well.
things that we not like take for granted necessarily, but it's really nice to see Chatham through eyes of people that have know nothing about
Mhm.
Chatham, and they come and then they're daydreaming about moving to Chatham or
Yeah.
moving to Canada. Some of them, and it's really a week of daydreaming. Like we just treat them so well that they just don't want to go home.
Makes sense. It is a cute area. Like, it's got a lot of growth ahead of it. That
Absolutely, and we're putting in the work, man.
and I love that. Like,
We're putting in the work.
so what else? What's the next project other than Can Jam?
Well, yeah, like we
2026?
pretty much start planning for 2026 during 25. Like
We say
That's
that.
it.
And
We've
then it
been
sort of
planning.
goes to sleep for a bit.
It
and
does
then
go
it's
to
like
sleep, and
2
it's
months
okay.
before. And then we're like, shit, I guess we should do something.
it'll be yeah.
We try to be as planned as possible.
I have a
We
better
both work really
timeline
well
for
under
this
pressure.
year because we have a different timeline this year with elections and different things coming up.
Okay. You
See,
gotta hit
this is
it.
why she thinks of the things that are important like
Yeah.
that. I'm just sort of
I'm
like,
more
So-
of a plan.
You gotta be before elections, obviously.
Well, just there's times just when you're looking for support and
Yeah.
such.
local
There's a
elections.
right time
See?
to ask. There's not a right time to ask.
And there's
We just
big
try to we stay in
overhauls.
our lane. We really stay in our lane.
Do we though?
No.
There's no point in staying in a lane.
No, we don't. Say
Vera.
that. And I think
We
that's the
don't.
thing that's the most jarring. Is like we've both walked out of municipal meetings, and I'm just like, what the hell just happened? Did I make words happen? Did I make sense? Because I am a high school dropout that has very little formal education, and I think I'm making sense when we're talking to these people because I feel
I
like
take notes so I can reassure her later in the
Right.
car. I'll be like, you did say this, and then they said this.
but I
and
don't feel like I'm any
You're
different.
good. You're
Like
fine.
I feel like I don't have a, especially since COVID. I think I lost whatever professional voice. I like that professional because it's this archaic version of what like professionalism needs to be, where you have to have a button up and you can't. You know, we were there with the tattoo. You can't have tattoos and be professional. So I
No.
feel like we're moving past this,
Yeah.
like
the stigma
of
of
being professional.
different.
I was
Like
gonna
you
say
can,
it,
Yeah, because
You
we're
can
it took a little
different.
while.
and you
It
can
took a
still
while.
have something positive to contribute,
absolutely
no matter what you.
And it hits so
Present
many
yourself
different
as.
generations, especially our project, because it's like you'll have people come down that are tiny little itsy bitsies that think it's just cool that we're up on a machine.
Mhm.
I think it's very cool. But then thank you. Is this thing still here?
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
doing
cool.
a little droop.
It's gonna fall soon because I've been moving around a whole lot. That's gonna be a fun thing. This is the mic.
Oh, there's a microphone on Sarah's shoulder. I also forgot about it for a while.
I've been
It's-
moving
it's
around.
very
It's
fun.
been
Whoa!
going down and down.
It's gonna flop. Hang on. No, it's not. It's clippy.
We are
They're
so-
very well put together.
Where was I going before we got distracted by this?
professionalism.
But I'll do this in a
Professionalism.
meeting, and it's like, you know, we had.
Oh, you have rolled around on the floor.
I did. I fell off of a chair because when you
In a
find out that you've
municipal
got
office.
right. So again, let's talk back to like, in front of
That was
I sat
the
in
beginning
mayor's
of this
big
year.
throne chair, like whatever. I think I'd be the same with anybody, but I think that's
Right.
It's goddamn endearing, okay?
We level the playing field, but yeah, we found out about some funding, some support that we got actually from Enbridge, who was like
we were
a
very well funded
huge
this year.
support
2026.
for 2025. We had just
Okay.
found out about.
Oh, that's
Enbridge,
really
and
cool.
then-
Year one was
Yeah.
funded by. Let's name our.
So that was an
people.
OLG,
Oh, that's a good idea.
right?
Yeah, and then FX decorating is always
Yes.
a huge
Nick,
support. Nick
Fryer has been an awesome supporter, 100%.
That's
Just
awesome.
putting up with shenanigans too, unfortunately.
I
As-
mean, you're dealing with a whole bunch of artists. It's like herding
I
cats on
I was
camera.
gonna say I can't imagine.
we really tried to
trying
get it so straight, but then like on the day, it's just like, yeah, wait, no, I
Oh,
need
it
like
can't work that
11
way.
different buckets of shit. That
Because they
you
just
didn't
allow
know
them to
about.
just wander in and just we have like, hey, we're here with Can Jam, and they're just like, here we go.
Here we go. No, we're not going to repeat that. We're going to work with we're going to
Take
work
whatever
with
you
them
want.
a little more personally ahead of time when we're putting in our orders.
But we had the
and-
Chatham Cultural, or the CK Arts and Culture Network
Yes,
were
yep, CK
behind
Arts
us,
and
and we
Culture
had the
has been a
BIA
great
behind
supporter.
us, and we had
yeah,
Hydro
last
One.
year.
This year we had OLG, Hydro One, we had Enbridge. Still, my in-laws are the ones that, there's the reason that we have year twos, because David and Karen Ravenscroft are amazing people.
That's awesome.
And
I
they
love
decided that they were going to support my
And
craziness.
then a lot of the businesses that received murals
Obviously.
threw some
We're not-
dollars our way to help cover some of the honorariums for the artists.
Hmm.
It's been
Do
awesome.
you guys have a favorite mural?
I always have a favorite one like during, but I feel like it's
I
just
know.
because it's the emotional
I
connection.
love them all for just different reasons because they are all so different, I
Mhm.
think.
And
Yeah.
yet people think we've had a theme.
No, the artists they
Oh,
don't
yeah?
share
People
with
asked.
each other.
No, we had no
They
idea.
don't really share with us. They put in their color orders independently, and oftentimes they all coincide with each other
Which
and
is crazy.
complement each other.
It's so cool to go through the downtown and check out. I'll need you guys to send me the pictures so I can include them in.
Oh yeah,
The-
The one by Sons of Kent by our little Frenchy boys.
Mm.
I love it's just
Freebird,
Rebirth. No,
Do you know-
Rebirth.
Do you-
Rebird.
Of the 20, do they have names?
There's a lot of them that do. The
Could you
guys
name
that
them all?
do. No, I could not. I think it's
They can
only,
have
it's the two
nicknames,
that have.
I mean.
So the Frenchies love to name theirs, but the funny thing is with the Frenchies,
Theirs is often inside jokes that you're like, did they mean to do that?
yeah.
They did. They
Well, the
know what
first
they're
year
doing.
was called Vivarium, and it was the Frenchies breaking out of the frogs,
The
breaking out of
frogs.
their tank. And if you look up at it, you can see the frogs.
We
are
call
breaking out
them the
tank.
Frenchies. So
I
the
love the
first
frog
half of the first year, we were behind their back, referring to them as the Frenchies.
Not
'cause-
behind their back.
Well, they were a pair. So, like, they were up and away, and instead of referring to them by their names, it's the Frenchies, the Frenchies,
Yeah.
the Frenchies.
Mhm.
But then they did know about it, and they were in on it. They called themselves the Frenchies.
Okay.
And
And then this one is called Rebird, and it's because of the way that we have a big joke, because I'm bilingual, and we had a rule during Can Jam this year where they weren't allowed to speak to me in French, and I wasn't allowed to speak to them in English. And so we were having
Just a
like
fun
back
game.
and forths of like just speaking to each other. And we were talking about like the different ways we pronounce things. Like they say instead of focus, they say fuck us, and it's probably
Fuck us.
my most favorite
Fuck us.
word. So we'll
Yeah.
hear us just making weird. It's a whole bunch of neurodivergent like Frenchy kids talking in a circle, making weird
just
noises.
chirping
That's
at
basically
each
it.
other.
But-
yeah.
Because Nick actually had his heart stop 14 times.
Yeah, he nearly died last year.
between the
Jeez
two Can
Louise.
Jams. And so that whole piece is about rebirth, but because they're French, they say rebirth, and there's birds, so it's rebirth. And I'm like, did you do that on purpose too? They're like, of course we did. Because now that we know them, they were
Yeah.
just sort of our sponsors. They came down and
Yes,
just
so
sent
they-
their artists.
With the Montana.
Yeah, they came down with Montana
Oh, that's
Cans,
awesome.
so they were our artists who we didn't know them, but now they are our family. And we
They're
won't-
family, yeah.
we won't get rid of them now.
No,
awesome.
no.
No, we would like to do CK, Can Jam, and touch like all the different.
Yeah, we would like
communities
to
at some
color a
point.
little bit in the different
How
municipalities.
long do you think that you'll be able to walk that ground for 2026?
I think so.
I think so.
It's
Yeah,
just a matter
I think,
of like how much more support and how quickly, and then it's a matter of who's going to fight for the beach towns, like all the little. I think the
Yeah.
Frenchies deserve the beach town because they have been.
Have you checked into Rondo yet?
We're even thinking like we've got like because obviously it's going to take a whole lot of logistics, so it's one of
Yeah.
those things where it might be a year 5 thing because we'd have to deal with like shuttle services because they'd still all want to stay together. We would
Mhm.
want them to stay together,
And
we're
that's
not
part
gonna
of it
shove
too.
people out
Is
and-
it is
Yeah.
like a group thing,
Mhm.
right? So we don't really want to have like 2 artists out here and then
Mhm.
2 out here. It'd be nice just to still have a home. Base,
Yeah, bring
right?
everybody back.
Lots of logistics,
But we
because it
don't
is
have
distance
enough
driving.
walls to put like a whole summer of Can Jam in a specific smaller municipality. There's
We've been
just not
driving
enough.
around looking. We had an idea of making it Tilbury a couple years ago, and it was just, or last year, and I'm like, there's no walls here. There's a couple, but we want to make sure.
But
that
it's
they're
also
good
not
pieces.
like accessible or like
Have you
a
drove through
walking-
Ridgetown yet either?
We actually have
There's a
one of
couple
our
big
good
walls
friends,
there.
Councillor McDonald, has been in touch with us. We've got a few plans for different because, of course, the municipality gets their each little municipality has their Hydro One funding, and so and it goes toward public art and public art only.
Yeah.
Public art only. Public art.
Else.
Can you?
There are other problems
So
in the world that
tired.
money can solve. This money is
Public
not
art.
for that.
Public
It just
art.
isn't. So while it's there, we're going to use it for public art because that is why it's there.
That's a really great explanation.
Perhaps you could.
That's really it. And I'm
all it
sorry
needs.
that I'm not sorry. I'm not. I'm proud.
Yeah, you've done amazing, and it's like it's one of those things that a legacy. Like you guys created something
I don't
that
think I
you're
got
gonna be
that
able to.
far.
100%.
I did not. I didn't. Did you?
I mean, I like to think that we changed what Chatham looks like. in
100%.
Sure.
And the most simple, if you want to call that like legacy, cool.
I just
I
had
Like
love
I
it.
just think it's cool that it looks different because we made it
In
different.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we
it's
got
10
the
years,
simple
when
We're
you're
just
walking
tickled,
down
like,
with Francis,
it was
you'll-
kind of
that's
like
you know.
selfish too
I think
for
about
us.
me with my kids. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, there's a. I worked on that bridge. I worked on
Oh, that's
the
cute.
the
Yeah.
dad thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I did this, and then there's this great thing that wasn't even. It changed the whole look of our community.
It did, yeah.
So fucking
The
cool.
vibe.
When you
It like
stand
upped
one
the
spot.
vibe.
Yeah,
right?
like
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
I
a
put that way up
section
here. Like
in-
I got chills just talking about it. I think it's
see
the
'em.
coolest
Thank
thing.
Not
you.
even lying.
Yeah.
No, I don't lie.
Good. I'm glad that the vibe translates in like
Yeah.
a real way like
It's
that.
the most. It's a proud thing as one of your friends, and even
That's
cooler, like because I love seeing things grow and progress and not be dog shit.
Yeah, like we say over and over, like Chatham deserves to have nice things.
It really does.
It
And
does.
nobody. I don't talk about stuff. We just do it.
Yeah.
People
Right,
like to talk
people
a
could,
lot.
there's
Do
narratives
something.
online too, and honestly, we don't really have the time to sit there and go through and address every misconception or weird.
There's no
off-base
bad
comment.
intention.
No.
That's
it
probably
just-
the easiest
we
way
do
to
not
just.
live in the mayor's back pocket. Trust me, I would be a
No,
whole lot.
It would be so cool
well-dressed.
if we did, right?
If I did,
Like,
I would not owe my
I-
in-laws a whole lot of money. What is the other
I
one?
wouldn't complain about that.
We are
But
only
I'm not.
inviting people from Toronto. We're not. There's people from like
No.
the States too, just so you know.
And it's because they want to
They want to
be
come here.
here
Yeah.
in your community, and that should make you proud.
Yeah.
That's a place of pride, I think.
If you have, I feel like the best thing that you can do is if you have misconceptions or preconceived notions as to what is going on, because there are people who just, I don't mind having your opinion be said, but when someone who is literally a part of it approaches you, gives you the facts, and you either do not reply to them or
We really like came in and just like
kill it with
shook-
kindness.
I mean, I know, but it was like there was just this level thing, and we came in and we shook it up. We just shook it up, grabbed the dish,
Best way to
and shook
explain
up.
it.
And we were having fun when we were doing it,
Mhm.
and we
Yeah.
didn't mean to hurt anybody.
Mm-mm.
That was never ever an intention ever to make anybody feel left out. We just had an idea and we ran with it and we did it, and you can do the same thing. I mean,
You can do hard things.
Yeah, I mean,
You
anybody
can
can.
do hard
You can do hard things.
Yeah, you
This
can.
literally just came from us. Like, I want to do this. How do we do it? Let's do it anyway. And then we did
Let's do
it.
it.
And
Yeah.
anybody can do anything. You just have to know what you want to do.
I have no art training besides going to high school. I went to high school. I was very lucky to have gone to a performing arts high school, visual arts high school.
Sarah went to Walkerville.
Windsor, Walkerville, Tartans for life.
I went to Massey, where
Mm-hmm.
we did math, and I did not excel.
I didn't excel either. I failed it. I failed art, guys. It doesn't matter what you do in school. I failed art class. I failed dance class. I failed art class because I didn't want to go to school. Here's the whole point. I'm a high school dropout. I moved out of my parents' house when I was 15, 16 years old. Definitely did way too many drugs. Definitely made a lot of mistakes. Definitely, was a weird, underdeveloped person. That's what I like to say. An underdeveloped human. And I have worked really hard on trying to just do things that make me happy, make other people happy, and then we don't think past those circumstances. So I don't think of them being legacy projects. We're done. The project, something fun I wanted to do, and got to have fun with my friends and family. And then when it's over, people are saying things like that, where it's like, man, it's awesome that you did these legacy projects. And I really have to take a step back and go,
Huh.
Yeah, I guess that's true because I didn't birth children of my own, so I've recently been able to take on stepkids who are I love them to bits, but I don't have, Shannon's got a son of her own, and I feel like that legacy idea could be passed down to children. So I really have to take myself out of it and be like, that is something cool. And I see my kids thinking I'm really cool. And so like, to me, I don't realize it until people point it out, and I think that that's a testament to just why
Both
we do
of us
stuff.
too. Yeah, we're
We're
not
just
like
doing
looking
things.
for accolades. We're just like, this is really fun. I can't believe this is our lives. Ha 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 ha. And
We
then it's
have
over,
fun.
and we're just like back to work, kind of, and back to reality.
We're both really lucky to have the support that we do, to have friends that like will have us in their place of podcast and like want to talk to us
find
about
us
stuff
worthy of talking to. Yeah.
Oh, I think you guys are the coolest. It's very apparent. I love everything about both of you. I'm the lucky one here.
I think we're all lucky, dude. I think that's the whole thing. Is like
that's
we're
what
so
community. I mean, we're really building community.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my favorite saying is water seeks its own level. And it's like, come be in my little puddle. Because I love our little puddle. And if this can be our little podcast puddle for the day, this is why, like, I would have never met anybody. Like, the fact that Shannon and I have literally orbited around each other, quite literally, until
like when we were in high school, even I've been in Chatham 20
pop
years.
punk death metal.
So like we
Ne'er
were at
the two shall mix.
sometimes
However,
we were at the same shows, but like not in the same circles.
so funny.
Because I was like
color.
I was a raver. I wore giant fat pants and like candy bracelets with pink hair.
And I mean, I did too, but it was just a matter of like
we were
we can
different
move past
times.
it.
Yeah.
You
And
get
then
it.
like, but everything happens.
But then we
for
both moved
a
to
reason.
Chatham separately
Mhm.
and kind of ran into each other at a cafe I used to work at. Always aware of each other, always kind of friendly, and it wasn't
just
until we were hauling bones through a jail that we were like instant like.
Everybody
it
thought
never-
we knew each other forever.
No.
I'm like, no,
Oh,
it just kind of
no.
matters. Just
You
the
guys
first
were
conversation.
obviously just kept being brought to each other's attention for
Yeah.
a reason.
We didn't get together until we could make mad things happen.
And then it was like instant magic.
I
Literally.
think it'd be cool to do another one of these during a night session during Can Jam.
That would be.
Make it the most
Yeah.
chaotic.
I think that would
Have
be really
whoever
fun.
roll
But you'd
through.
have to come on site.
I
Yeah.
smoked pigeon poop last year.
Oh, the
I
pigeon
didn't mean
poop.
to.
Oh my god. I wish I could tell that story, but I can't remember the order that.
And I smoked pigeon poop, so I was fine. No, it's fine. It was just like smoking.
Oh, you're saying smoking pigeon poop.
Sarah rolled a blunt. The blunt rolled into a puddle full of water
Allegedly.
and paint and pigeon
Allegedly.
feces, but then said it's okay and told me to go put it in the windowsill for it to dry so she could smoke it later. So I did. Didn't think anything of it until the next day.
Someone
When
name
a
them just 'cause we
person-
don't know
A
if they want
participant
a
of
fucking jam.
was telling a story about how they had smoked this blunt with Sarah and then got really, really sick and really didn't feel good. And I said, hey, where'd that joint come from? This person said, from the windowsill. And I absolutely lost my mind and said, oh my God, you smoke pigeon shit.
Pigeon shit.
Pigeon shit.
And
Allegedly.
the hysterics. So then later in the day, I got to tell Sarah about how
I lost
this person found out that they smoked the pigeon shit. And it was the funniest.
Oh,
I mean, you could have heard us cackling from space.
that's hilarious.
You're
Hilarious.
actually able to sit
This
down
person
year.
did actually smoke pigeon shit. They're actually fine. They just greened out. It
I
was a
smoke
long
a lot of
day.
weed, guys. I don't drink.
It
This
happens.
person doesn't smoke like Sarah.
No,
They went too
No.
hard. They had a bad time. Pigeon
happens.
shit is just a funny way to tease.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it
Okay.
could be true. We really don't know. Like, there was a bunch of weird stuff. There was like paint thinner.
You know what? I'm gonna cap it there. We're gonna leave it for a part 2. There's no way that I can end it any other way other than the pigeon shit story. So
No.
with that, girls, I love you.
High five, love you.
Thank you. You guys are the
Oh,
best.
teamwork. Let's do one big one.
Yay!
Sharing is caring. Okay. Love you.
Love
Thank
you
you.
too.